The Ski Hawks are a competition water ski show team. We've been skiing on Lake Mohawk for about the last 45 years.
Things that we used to see coming out of Florida, right out of Cypress Gardens, build pyramids, do ballet on water, some barefooting, some jumping, just a whole mix of different water ski events.
I think the team is a big part of the community because it's such a unique thing to watch.
I think it's a good way for the community to come together and just have fun, you know, because we do something that not everybody gets to see. And I think everyone just loves coming out here, like on holidays after the parades.
On the 4th of July and you see the crowd here, it's obviously adds something, it adds a lot.
The tradition is very long, really. As you go back to the old pictures, they were skiing with ladders on skis and improvising different things. It was such simple fun. Today we have so much going on in our lives. There was a lot of pranks things going on. They had plungers on the ends of sticks, and it was like canoe dunking, and they would just poke at each other till the canoes went over and they'd get everybody wet. It seemed like they had a great old time doing it. The old water wheel that was here, in the old pictures, you would walk up on this round water wheel and I guess fall off the other side, which would probably not be allowed with the insurance market as it is today. The water ski club must have started 40 to 50 years ago.
I skied with them from 74 till 81, is when I went off to school. Ski was a lot different than what we are today. It was more of a ski demonstration team than it was a competitive water ski show team.
Well, they did really almost everything. I mean, today they have gotten up 4 tiers, but we did 3, and a lot of jumping. Everyone jumped. My daughter jumped. Everyone jumped.
The guys are going out today doing flips, doing helicopters. Then we just jumped and went as far as we could.
You know, it was all families because it was very unprofessional. The kids were professional, but we were just parents helping, and it was a very nice, and still is a very nice experience when you walk down on Saturday morning and see everybody there.
This year we're going to build the biggest pyramid we've ever built, which is our 4-tier with 2 3-tiers.
I remember when we first came down Memorial Day and Damon said, I want to do this pyramid. I think we can do it. 2 4s and a 3. And we all said, are you nuts? 1, we can't pull it. What are we going to pull it with? 2, I don't think we have the personnel to do it.
At the beginning of the year, it didn't look like it was going to come together the way we had hoped it would. But people were able to really pitch in and really put their best effort into it.
Look at the trees. It's very hard to get everybody organized. That's the biggest part about it is getting it organized so that when we take it out of the water, it's everybody's in the right spot so they know where to climb.
All the 3 boats come out and drop off a pyramid at a time. We all go out in one boat. The left pyramid in one boat, center pyramid in another boat, right pyramid in another boat, and we all hook up out there, and the rope handlers are dealing with the ropes on the way out.
Pyramids are team things. They are the ultimate team act. And if you can put that together, you know you've got a good dynamic.
When we're told, we'll jump back behind the boat and you'll swim out as far as you can. When you're getting up, you just want to make sure that you're going out.
Yeah, you're going to go out of the lake as far as you can.
It takes about 10 minutes of just sitting in the water, getting it set up.
It's not cool. Got to get in. We're timing this guy.
The logistics of it is because there is 24 people, we need 2 boats to pull it. We don't have the ability to pull it with just one, so there's logistics between 2 boats pulling it, and the logistics of everybody knowing what they need to do, all 24 of us knowing what we need to do to put the act together.
First time it was kind of pandemonium out there. It was kind of a mess. We had ropes tangled, different lengths, the whole bit. And by the regionals, we had it down to less than 9 minutes when we pulled away from the dock till the time we were ready to pull.
Once we get out of the water, it's not too bad. You know, it just takes forever to climb up and set up because we got like 9 bases, 24 skiers, so many skis that are being dropped into the water.
Everyone's got to be on the same page. Everyone's got to pay attention and listen to each other. And I'm on the bottom, so I'm getting stepped on left and right. I've based the 4-tier before, and it's not a pleasant place to be.
While you're on the water, it's not time to think, you just got to do it, you know? And everyone just does it. They just got their job done, you know?
It's very, very special. It gives you chills. It brings tears to your eyes. It's just something that they've worked so hard on, and when it works, it's just so wonderful. It was very cool this year. We were all real proud of that pyramid, and Damon for believing in everybody, believing that they could do it.
Building to a
It feels like amazing out there. Like you just all of a sudden look over and there's this huge pyramid on the sides of you.
A lot of our spectators that do come year after year, what they saw us do with that big pyramid was fantastic. It's a great family sport. Not only for my own family, but the interaction between the families that are members of the team. I think that's the biggest plus.
There are not many teams where you can all compete, a mother, father, son, and a daughter, and all have your own discipline, your own thing you do, you know. If I drive, I can ski, I can do that. I don't know of any other sport where all of the parents and the children can compete on the same team and all have the same goal.
You're not just a coach standing on the sidelines telling them where to go. You actually are physically involved with their sport.
I think it's good. I think it's fun to have the whole family around, and it's something we can all do together.
Well, it's really fun because this is the only place where we get together kind of, and we actually help each other.
And the guys who skied when they were young, who now have their little daughters skiing with them, I mean, that's something that you really want to be a part of.
And it was definitely a very important part of my upbringing. It's been a family event since we were kids, so it's a great thing.
You're actually out there with them, and you're watching them, you're working with them, and you're out on Saturdays and Sundays practicing with them and doing the same things they are. And it's very unique.
You really see everybody from every family trying to push each member along, make them feel good and have a good time.
Someday the mountain might get up with a wall.
going to be competing in our Eastern Regional Tournament, which takes place in Northampton, Massachusetts.
Regionals is always probably the best thing we do. Everyone goes up to Mass and we compete there, and we kind of know what we're getting into, and anticipate one-upping ourselves every year.
I think it's important because you get to go up and see what other teams are doing. You get to see how hard other teams work to do what they want to do. And I think it's important for the growth of your team or our team to see what other teams do, to try and be better than those other teams and work towards something. It's important that you guys come here and you rise to the occasion, all right? We have put a lot of time and energy into this year that most people don't even know about, all right? So it's up to us to take it to the next level and rise to the occasion. And that's the difference between a person that wins and a person that loses. Their ability to take control of the situation and be better than they have been for the rest of the year or for the first part of the year. That's all you have to do, is work as a team and rise to the occasion, okay? We're a little team. That's not understood. We're the youngest team here, probably one of the youngest competing teams in the nation, okay? Big expectations. Yes, but that doesn't mean anything when we come here, okay? Because I can do more with you guys than I could probably do with them, because you guys want it bad. So now it's up to you guys to rise to the occasion and just stomp them, all right? All right? Typically, the Ski Hawks is a very young team. The average age of the Ski Hawks is probably somewhere around 13 or 14, where the average age of the teams we compete against are probably 19 or 20.
The ages we are competing against, you can't describe to people who don't go there the difference. As a matter of fact, my daughter came to visit a few weeks ago, and she was watching the team practice, and she said, "I know, Mom, you told me they were young, but I didn't think they were that young."
We're pretty excited. We're on stage second, and we're pumped.
First is jump, and second is swivel. Whatever they are in the pattern, you need to kneel down.
Right?
So here we are at the Eastern Regional competition, and everyone's ready to go.
The theme of the show is centered around the Dukes of Hazzard.
Here, I'll give you $500 to quit and never come back.
Basically, Boss Hogg is trying to shut down the ski site so that the Hazzard Ski Hawks can no longer use the lake. So Daisy and the Duke boys and the whole family get together. They try to raise enough money to pay off Boss Hogg for the permits and insurance and etc.
I'm going to be Daisy Duke in the show today.
We are not going to let this be the end of the Hazzard Ski Hawks.
Now we get to shut them down with restrictions on permits, insurance, and dues. Money, money, money! This volunteer army of theirs is going down!
In the end, the Hazzard Ski Hawks get saved. They end up owning the lake themselves, and once again, Boss Hogg's plan to run the Dukes family is foiled.
And Daisy, here's the deed!
We have to ski 13 acts in an hour. We're judged on flow, execution, difficulty, showmanship. Our boat driving is judged. Basically, everything about our show is judged and put into a score and added up, and then that score is what competes against the other team's score.
Performing in front of a big crowd, the pressure's on a little bit more.
There's competition, but most of it's a lot of fun.
It just feels good to know people are watching and having fun while we're having fun at the same time.
It's always great to perform in front of a crowd, especially people that are happy to see you, that applaud, and, are excited to see what you're doing.
We blew all the other teams out of the water with our big pyramid.
You're watching as you're skiing along, and you're watching all those ropes go up, and you can actually see each of the tops go up, and when that fourth top went up, you just get tingles. It's just something that you can't explain to anybody else unless they've had that feeling themselves.
Gave me goosebumps. Everyone on shore was all choked up, and it was very exciting.
When it got up, I just started I was crying on the water. It was just amazing. It was such a good feeling.
Knowing that you built the biggest pyramid ever on the lake was just amazing.
When we got the entire thing up, it totally helped the team morale for the rest of the show.
I don't know how to describe the rush it was at regionals when we got it up.
Aren't they amazing, folks? It takes 2 boats to pull that pyramid because it has...
So the highest scoring pyramid was 207 points. It was the opening pyramid for the Lake Mohawk.
I definitely jumped out of my chair and started screaming. It was really nice.
Good job, guys.
That really got everybody's attention at the regionals because nobody in a million years thought we would be able to pull off that type of pyramid.
We are in the money, money, money.
When I was a kid growing up, Jenkins, the whole Jenkins family was very involved. They're still very involved in the team today. And they're really one of the big anchors on this team.
My family got started in Ski Hawks because my sons and my daughter were passionate about learning to water ski. As a matter of fact, my sons skied before they could swim. And they skied at the age of 5. They learned to ski at the age of 5, and the ski team practiced down here at Beach 1. And we lived right in that apartment, right on the beach. So they kept watching this and decided that they wanted to join this. So at the age of 6, they joined the ski team, and we have been involved ever since.
The Jenkins got very involved and took it from this ski demonstration team to the competitive water ski show team that we are today.
Donna Jenkins has been wonderful. I mean, she's been a rock with Ski Hawks.
Started out basically just being involved as watching, then helping with ropes, then, being my type of personality, I just managed to get more involved. And the kids just were passionate and loved water skiing. And so we just stayed with it. My husband has driven the boat, he's announced, he's run the music, he's done the pickup boat. We've all done every aspect of the show. I've probably been I was a show director for 13 or 14 years, and then Damon, my son, took over 3 years ago.
Donna and Damon have been very instrumental in getting this team not only to get them where we are today, but to keep us going. That family has been great. Without them, I don't really know where the Ski Hawks would be today.
The grand matriarch, Dawn, is just wonderful. She's so devoted. And you know, Donna is one of the great coaches that my daughter has had. There are a few teachers in your kid's life, and there are a few coaches in your kid's life. And Dawn is one of those great influences on your kid. She's always upbeat, always upbeat, always telling them they can do it, shake it off, try it again, you were great, we believe in you. You know, she's one of the great coaches that your kid would have.
She, I don't know, is the team mom, I guess you could say.
She'll deflect all the accolades you can give her, but she's sort of the backbone of the team, in my opinion. I many times say when Donna Jenkins decides to drop out of the Ski Hawks or get out of the Ski Hawks, it's going to be a big loss. Again, she's huge. She's a big part of our team. Tremendous asset, tremendous amount of knowledge, tremendous amount of dedication to the team. Damon Jenkins, our show director, a guy you got to give a lot of credit to and really take your hat off to. The amount of time that he puts in, obviously has a tremendous love for show skiing, and the amount of hours that he puts in that none of us see. He puts in a lot of hours here, obviously, but behind the scenes, he was the builder of that big pyramid. It was all his. The show itself, the coordinating of acts, and Damon's quite a guy. My hat's off to him.
In the beginning of the season, when the ballet line was learning its dance, you know, that's kind of the most glamorous act, and a bunch of the little girls were practicing the dance. And I said to my daughter, Jamie, I said, no, when you were little, that's all you ever wanted was to be on the ballet line. And Jamie said, no, that's not right. I wanted to be Damon, and I still want to be Damon.
He's definitely one of my idols. I definitely look up to him a lot. And he's always been there.
Damon is just a phenomenal person, a phenomenal skier. His brother and sister are both skiers out in St. Louis. They're on a team together out there. Damon stayed here, I guess, just he loves the lake. He loves the team. It's part of him.
He knows how to work things really good.
Do the rodeo.
He's been show director for I think about 5 years now. Prior to that, it was his mom. The two of them as a team do a fantastic job.
What I would just personally like to do is thank everybody who over the years has made it such an incredible experience for us and our family.
To have the outlook on things that she's got is just amazing, and it's really inspiring. And I think that's one of the things that is kind of cool. Being around them, you kind of understand a little more about life. Once you understand who they are, they really lend a lot to helping you keep your own life in check. Really understand what's important. Not that the skiing's important, because they'll be the first ones to say that's not the important part. But they really are great people.
It's a passion, you know, it's just a passion.
We make friends here. You know, the families, they're your neighbors. They're, you know, people you see around town, and you make friendships.
What I think I enjoy is watching all the kids progress. You know, you watch them come to the team and they can do basically nothing in a year or two. They're wakeboarding, they're kneeboarding, they're skiing, they're basing, they're climbing, doing a little bit of everything. It's just kind of fun to watch them all grow into water skiers.
The best part about being on the Ski Hawks is the team unity and being able to come down here and see all my friends all the time.
Not many people could say that they do anything like this. You know, it's a team sport. It gives me a chance to, you know, get better at water skiing, and I enjoy doing it. I love it, yeah.
It's fun to be with everybody, but it's also fun to teach the kids. When I was learning, I never had anybody to teach me. I taught myself everything I know, so it's nice to give back to the kids and teach them what I've learned over my life so far.
showmanship, we compete, and I think all of that combined into a team sport, I think it just is a lot of fun.
Having been involved in as long as I have, the pure joy of watching them grow. You know, I've watched them, some of them when they were 6 and 7 and 8 years old, and grow up to be adults, you know, very mature, fun, responsible adults who still stay involved.
The best part of being a ski hawk is definitely meeting these people. They're just amazing, and no matter what happens, everyone cares about each other.
Time spent here is time well spent. All ages playing together and helping each other. It's a wonderful thing for the kids. And it's a nice thing for the parents to see, you know, how are we doing with how these kids are turning out, and this really, really helps to keep them going in the right direction.
It's more like of a family than anything, because you spend all this time together, 4 days a week, a couple hours each practice. You get pretty close with everybody.
Oh, it means everything to me. I just love coming out here. You know, in the summer, it's the world to me. I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
It does really kind of become a part of you after a few years. Just being able to ski with a bunch of people and having a nice time. That's really all it is.
It has come to mean being part of the whole Lake Mohawk tradition.
We all want to see it continue here. I don't see any enthusiasm dwindling. I think it's something that's very much part of Lake Mohawk.
You can't forget to smile and wave.